What else did we play? Revolution 60?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a game that's not out yet.
So this is a game that while
You
I was
you
on
showed
my,
for the first time.
we were on our way to buy that LP, and this guy stopped us and was just like, "Hey, you guys want to play a video game?" And I was just like, "Holy shit, we're at PAX, and we haven't been asked that question once."
Dude,
Like, yes, of course I want to play a game.
it's crazy because like last year I was like walking down and I was like, oh, I can just play Antichamber.
See, yeah, it wasn't like that at all this year.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe it was for some games, because we did get to walk up to some games.
But I feel like we had bad luck with some stuff this year.
I think you're right. No, I totally think you're right.
Mainly being stuck with me.
Yeah, no, I totally think you're right. No, stop.
Right.
So, Revolution 60 is sort of like...
There's no tension, okay? Please still rate us on iTunes.
It's sort of like an interactive movie with like a strategy game element to it for the attacking structure.
Yeah.
You're going through some QuickTime events in the story, not unlike Azura's Wrath.
But it's actually like it's kind of like more simplified than that.
Yeah, totally.
On iOS, so it's like a lot of just like sliding something.
It's the sliders. And it's all sliders, but the sliders are
Yeah,
just different
slides.
shapes.
And the combat system is kind of neat. It's like it's grid based, and you kind of just have to like you've got the enemy just animating and going through a pattern.
It seems to be a little bit randomized.
Is it? Is it randomized?
I thought it seemed. I didn't think that it was doing the same thing over and over again. But I'm not sure. Maybe I was just giving him more credit because the guy giving the demo was so animated and so happy. He sold this fucking game to me.
Absolutely. Everyone that worked on Revolution 60 was an absolute fucking sweetheart.
And they were all right there talking to us.
Like they were like, the like combat or something was designed by my wife right
who's
here.
right here is like, oh, that art design that was by her right there.
Oh, like who I love so much. It's like, oh, well, the ship was designed by my husband, who I love. Like, and everyone.
Then she came back with a present for her husband at one point, and we were like watching him open it, and it was all.
And he was like, "Oh, I hope she didn't get me this thing. It's too expensive." She's like, "No, I got you this other thing."
And he was like, "Oh, that's amazing."
It was great.
That
and, like,
was.
I think we were kind of just wrapped up and just wanted to be a part of these people's lives. Because ours was just so dark.
It was so dark at that point. By the point that we saw Revolution 60, it was just like, so should we just hang ourselves in the room?
We were close.
We were really close.
I gotta say, this game it's very kind of cheesy. It's like it reminds me of like a Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, totally. Because
like,
it is it's like anime-ish women, sort of, except in polygon form.
To like a bee or something.
Say that again.
Like one girl turned into like a bee. Like she had like a bee eye.
Weird, yeah.
Bee eyes. You know, one of those like a song, right?
That was that was TLC's final song.
Yeah.
Wow. That was dark. That was dark.
It was also dark.
It hasn't left me yet. I'm still there. In my mind, Salisbury Hill, will you leave me forever? No, it's still there.
I just say takes Alice in Salisbury Hill no less than 3 times.
That was my fault.
That was your fault.
I was listening to that. I don't know what it was.
I know. I don't even want to talk about it.
It's a good song.
It's a great song. I can't deny it.
What song? What game were we just talking about?
Revolution 60.
Oh, right.
It's pretty neat. It's come to iOS.
Again,
right? I mean, I think it's totally worth checking out.
The thing is that I wasn't sure during like these cutscenes. There was like these awkward pauses that I thought hysterical, but I couldn't tell if they were supposed to be there.
I feel like it's supposed to be. I feel like
because it was so funny to watch like the reaction just be like this really awkward stare between these two women, and I thought it worked. It worked perfectly.
Yeah, and I feel like I mean this is like kind of trying to be an FMV game.
Totally.
Like I felt like that's what it brought me back to, and I hope I'm assuming on purpose.
Right. But again, with this combat that is very unique. Not very. I mean, it's not. I don't want to say that it's not deep because we really only saw possibly the first couple of battles.
I saw like the first 3 battles probably.
So what we saw was probably a super simplified version where it's one person versus one enemy, and you can very easily identify where they're going to go next and stuff like that. And I can see it getting insanely complicated and almost overbearing. But I think that's also sort of to its benefit, where like if it is on this iOS device, you can be tapping multiple people at once and moving them all around this grid.
Yeah,
and I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it was. I think it shows a lot of promise.
Yeah,
so
definitely. Revolution
I'm
16,
excited,
really cool.
and they were just so excited to finally be showing it.
Oh,
and that's the kind of thing you get caught up in.
And it was like real excitement. It wasn't. Oh God.
It wasn't that like fake excitement.
It wasn't that fake bullshit excitement. It was real excitement. No, honestly, it was. Yeah, it was really a lot of fun.